Hello everyone, welcome to Dangi Technical Solution. This is Sunil Kumar and today I am going to start the lecture series for the algorithm subject. First of all, let me tell you the importance of this subject in the computer science. If you are a computer science student, so this subject is very important subject for you. Maybe if you are preparing for the GATE exam, then this subject is very important because the weightage of this subject is very high in the GATE exam. Even if you are not preparing for the GATE exam, still this subject is very important subject because you may be preparing for the competitive exam or any placement exams, correct? So this subject is very important subject. Being computer science student or being computer science, you cannot leave this subject, you cannot skip this subject. We must understand this subject and we must know the concept of algorithm subject. What is the reason we must understand? Means we have already studied data structure and it requires some basic knowledge of programming also. So let me start this subject with the very first topic, which is algorithm. You might have studied different definitions from the different textbook. I have taken this definition from one of the textbook. What is algorithm? Algorithm is a combination of finite number of steps to solve a particular problem. What is problem? In the computer science, we are having so many problems, and being computer science, we are trying to solve the problems. So let us see what is problem. So let's say we are having problem. Let's say we are having problem, and for any problem we could have many solutions. So let me take let us assume we are having solution number 1 and solution number 2. This is solution number 3 and so on. So we are having a number of solutions for a problem. Let me call this solutions algorithm. Means we are having solutions. It means what? We are having algorithm. So this is algorithm number 1, this is algorithm number 2, and this is algorithm number 3, and so on. So this is algorithm number n. So we are having n number of algorithms for one particular problem. Now how to choose one of the best algorithm from these set of algorithms? So what are the criteria to select best algorithm for any problem? So what are the criteria, or you could say means what are the parameters in order to select the good algorithm? So let me take, so means what? We will see which algorithm could execute faster or which algorithm could execute within minimum time. So first is the time complexity. So first parameter is time complexity. What is the meaning of time complexity? Means which algorithm could execute faster. Based on that parameter, we are going to select one of the algorithm. Now what is the next parameter? Next parameter is what? Is space complexity. What is the meaning of space complexity? Means how much space an algorithm will take in the memory. So you could say, means space means what? Memory means how much space that algorithm will take. So we have to select one algorithm which takes minimum amount of time, or you can say a small amount of time. So that is there are two parameters in order to select the base algorithm. So let me talk about the definition of the algorithm. So what is the definition we have taken? So it is a combination. It is a combination of finite number of steps to solve a particular problem, correct? So means what? We are having some finite number of steps to solve a particular problem. So what is the problem? Let me explain through one example. So what could be the problem? Let's suppose I want to perform addition of two numbers. What I want to do? I simply want to perform addition of two numbers, and for that I want to write the algorithm. So what steps I need, or what kind of number of steps I need? So let me write the algorithm for that. So let's say I want to perform the addition of two numbers. So input will be A is the first input and B is the second input. Now what could be the first step? Means we are asking from the user to input the value of A and input the value of B. So we are going to simply write take A and B from the user. So this is what the step number 1. Now what could be the step number 2? Step number 2 means once we are having value of A and value of B, then we can simply perform addition of those two numbers. So simply we are going to perform addition. We are going to add those two numbers, and after that, after adding two numbers, we are going to store that result into the third variable, which is C. Now, so these are the two steps. Now in the last step, what you can do, you can simply return the output. So let me write the last step, so which is C. So simply you can return the output. Now these three steps are enough to perform the addition of two numbers. So this is what the algorithm, whatever activity you are doing, you are simply writing in the form of steps. That is what algorithm. Now let me tell you one more definition for this. So you could say it is a procedure which will take some set of value as an input and will produce some set of value as an output. So what is the first definition? If you relate this algorithm with the first definition, now it is saying it is a combination of finite number of steps. How many steps we are having? We are having total 3 steps. Now, and what task it is performing? It is simply performing the addition of two numbers. So we can relate this algorithm with the first definition. Now if you try to relate this algorithm with the second definition, then it is saying it is a procedure which will take some set of value as an input and will produce some set of value as an output. Now what is the meaning? So this algorithm, it is a procedure and it is taking some set of value as an input. So A and B, it is taking as an input A and B. Now what this algorithm is producing, this algorithm is producing some set of value. What is the some set of value? In the form of output, so it is producing C. So that is what the result. Now, so this is what the algorithm. Now let me explain one more algorithm to understand the algorithm. Let us assume I just want to perform some cleaning task. So for that I need to write one simple algorithm. Now let me write algorithm. So first, now I need to perform cleaning task. So first what I will do in the step number 1, I'm just picking the brush. So take brush. This is step number 1. Then second step, what could be the second step? Then I'm applying simply, let me write apply paste over brush, correct? Third, what is third step? Then let me let's say cleaning. This is step number 3. Means first you are picking brush, then you are simply applying paste over brush, then you are cleaning, then last step is, let's say, wash. Means this algorithm is going to perform some cleaning task. Now if you relate this definition, if you relate this algorithm with the first definition, what is the first definition? It is a combination of finite number of steps. So how many steps are there? Total 4 steps are there, correct? Now it is having 4 steps, but what task it is performing? Now it is also performing the task which is cleaning. So according to the first definition, this has to be algorithm. But if you see, this is actually not algorithm. Why this is not algorithm? Let me talk about the properties of the algorithm. So let me talk about the properties of the algorithm. In order to understand why it is not algorithm, so first let us understand the properties of algorithm, then we will understand why this algorithm is not the actually algorithm. Properties of algorithm. So what is the first property of any algorithm? First of all, if you want to write any algorithm, it has to be terminated. So termination is the condition. It should terminate within finite time. Within finite time, this is what the step number 1. Finite time. Let me remove. So this is brush. Okay, so what is the second step, the second property? What could be the second property? Now it should take at least 0 input. It should take at least 0 input and should produce 0 input or more, 1 output. It should produce at least 1 output. It should produce at least 1 output. This is what the property number 2. Now what is the property number 3? Whenever somebody is asking you to write the algorithm, that person is not saying you need to write that algorithm in this specific, using this specific programming language. Means you could write that algorithm in any language. You could either write in C programming language, you could write C++, you can write in Java, you could choose any language in order to write the algorithm. So it is independent of the programming language. It is independent of the programming language. So this is what the property number 3. Okay, next, what could be the next property? See, I am writing, see, in this algorithm, if you see, every statement is compulsory statement and every statement is playing some role. So what is the meaning? Every statement in the algorithm should be compulsory statement, or there should not be unnecessary statement. So you can write every statements in algorithm should be compulsory statements. This is what your property number 4. Yes. Now next property. Let me write this property here. Now property number 5. What could be the property number 5? See, algorithm should be deterministic. Algorithm should be deterministic. This property is very important property. Correct? This property is very important property. So it should terminate within finite time is property number 1. It should take at least 0 input and should produce at least 1 output. Correct? Now it is independent of the programming language and every statement in algorithm should be compulsory statement. So these properties are, you can say these properties are common properties, but now this property, what is this property? Let us try to understand. Algorithm should be deterministic. What is the meaning of this keyword? What is the meaning? Deterministic means what? Let me explain this. Let's say I just want to perform addition of 2 numbers. Let's say this is, first number is 5 and second number is 6. Correct? Now, so in between these 2 numbers, I am just using simply 1 plus operator. Correct? What is the nature of this operator? What this operator is going to do? This operator is not going to multiply these 2 numbers. This operator is not going to divide these 2 numbers. This operator is not going to perform subtraction. This operator is going to perform the addition of 2 numbers only. Means the behavior of this operator is fixed, or you can say the behavior of this operator is correct. So this is what the means. What is the nature of this operator? Means it is going to perform addition only. Correct? So it is give you the output based on the operator, whatever operator you are using. So means you are expecting addition, then you are going to get the addition if you are using this operator. That is what the meaning of deterministic. So deterministic means you are expecting, means if you are expecting output, So you are going to get that output only, means exact output you could say, correct? Now, so let me explain. Now, if you relate this last property, or let me start with the first property from the first topic onwards. If you relate this algorithm with the first property, it is simply saying it should terminate within finite time. So after 4 steps, this algorithm is going to be terminated. Now, what about second property? It should take at least 0 inputs. So it is taking 0 input. Now it should produce at least 1 output. So obviously it is producing 1 output, correct? What output it is producing? It is producing some cleaning task, okay. Now, what about third property? It is independent of the programming language. Means I haven't used any programming language. I have simply written only like English statements. Now, what about fourth property? Every statements in algorithm should be compulsory statements. So if you see this algorithm, there is no unnecessary statement in this algorithm. Now, what about statement number, property number 5? Algorithm should be deterministic. What is the meaning of deterministic? Deterministic means exact behavior or expected behavior, you could say, correct? Now, if you see this statement, now what it is saying take brush, but this statement is not saying which brush I need to pick, whether I need to pick teeth brush or I need to pick toilet brush, correct? Due to this ambiguity means there is no certainty. Due to this ambiguity, some of the let's say I give this algorithm to some of the students, so maybe some of the students will pick teeth brush, some of the students will pick toilet brush, because I haven't mentioned in this statement. That is what the reason this statement is an ambiguous statement. So this algorithm is not satisfying the last property, which is deterministic. This algorithm is not deterministic, and this algorithm is not going to give you the expected output, or you can say correct output. Output maybe some for some of the students it is going to like they will say I have cleaned my teeth, and some of the students they will say I have they have cleaned the toilet. So that is the reason this algorithm is giving different output for the different input. Means for every input, algorithm should produce exact output or 1 output for every input, or in every situation algorithm should behave properly.